Okay, so this presentation is about electronic road pricing in Hong Kong. Okay, so this presentation is about electronic road pricing in Hong Kong. The challenge, traffic and public health crisis. In Hong Kong faces very serious traffic congestion affecting commuter productivity, air quality, and public health. The tourism industry, a critical economic pillar, is threatened by these conditions. Electronic road pricing, we can call it ERP, offers a proven solution to reduce vehicle volume and pollution, similar to successful implementations in Singapore and London. So the key stakeholders in the ERP system. First one is private car owners and bear direct financial costs and privacy exposure through tracking technology. And the second one is government, which manages system implementation, data security, and enforcement. And the third is public health and environment, and which benefit from reduced emissions and improved air quality. And the last one is tourism and business, and gain from reduced congestion and improved urban accessibility. So critical system components and the risks. So the system structure, like electronic chips affixed to vehicle window screen, and automatic scanning at the designated zones, and the real-time vehicle location tracking and database linking vehicle to owner identity. Well, these are the system structure like composed. And the data management risks, the first risk is continuous movement tracking, and the second risk is behavioral pattern analysis capability, and the third risk is data breach, vulnerability exposure. And the first risk is unauthorized access potential. So the privacy and legal issues. The first issue is surveillance and tracking. Continuous monitoring creates detailed movement profiles, potentially revealing personal routines and the relationships and the sensitive locations without explicit consents. The second issue is data protection compliance. The system must comply with Hong Kong's personal data audience, which called PDPO, requiring transparent collection, secure storage, and limit retention periods. And the third issue is misuse and unauthorized access. The risk of government or third-party abuse for law enforcement beyond ERP purposes. Political surveillance or targeted investigations without judicial oversight. And data retention and deletion. Absent of clear policies on how long tracking data is retained and where citizens can demand their data details after paying resolutions. Demands the deleting the information after paying the solutions. The safeguards to protect privacy rights. So the first method is as transparency and consent. The clear disclosure of data collection methods and retention periods and usage restrictions. The drivers must provide informed consent before chip registration. And the second method is data minimization. and collect only essential location and payment data, aggregate and anonymize the data for congestion analysis rather than storing individual movement profiles. And the third method is legal registration and oversight. And legislative safeguards limiting data use to ERP purposes only with independent regulatory oversight and judicial warrants required for law enforcement access. And the fourth method is security infrastructure, like encryption, access controls, and the regular audits, like penalties for unauthorized access and mandatory breach notification protocols. And the fifth method is user rights and resource. Drivers can access their data, request corrections like opt-out options, and file complaints through independent privacy commissioners. And system effectiveness, the strengths and limitations, and overall strengths, the pro and effectiveness. And Singapore's ERP reduced congestion like 15 to 20% in targeted zones, real-time revenue generations, and the behavioral incentive alignment with sustainability goals. The limitation is implementation barriers, like public resistance due to privacy concerns and high infrastructure costs and equality issues affecting lower-income drivers disproportionately. And for the stakeholders and for society, the benefit is reduced congestion and cleaner air and healthier pollution. And the challenge is regressive cost burden on moderate income drivers. And to government, the benefit is revenue generation and data-driven policy. And the challenge is public opposition and complex administration. And to drivers and faster, the benefit is faster commutes on congestion-free roads. And the challenge is direct financial costs and privacy invasion risk. And to the tourism and business, the benefit is improved access and reduced delivery times. And the challenge is higher operational costs if using restricted zones. The alternative solutions and the selection criteria. So the first solution is invest more on public transportation, expand MTR and bus network to reduce car dependency, lower privacy impact, but requires substantial capital and extended timelines. And then time-based restriction, implement congestion windows. For example, no private vehicle during 7 to 9 a.m. in CBD with lower technology requirements and the minimal tracking. And then a hybrid ERP with privacy controls. Deploy ERP with enhanced safeguards, aggregated data only, and encrypted chip communication, and strict legal access limitations. And here are all the references I use in the presentation.